on that first map. So maybe it is just going to be more of a classic CSGO playstyle from both of these guys.
Yeah, and in particular, when we talk about Dust2, it's hard not to talk about Xantares, right? You know, you look back at his career across Space Soldiers or heading into Big in particular as well. A lot of good Dust2 performances in his time in Big, and Xantares can be a heavy lifter on this map. Certainly keep your eye out for him. But we're heading into the pistol. Savage starting on the CT side, Eternal Fire on the T side. A lot of utility here available for Eternal Fire. What do you think they're going to be doing with this one, Hawka?
Well, they got themselves some options. They also have that P250 in the hands of Calyx, and it looks like they're pretty happy to go over towards long early. Flashes should be prepared by xFloud for this push around the corner, and Grux is committing to the angle. He actually wants to take the fight to them.
Oh, wow. That's worked out huge. Oh, Grux comes in with a 3K. He goes back for a 4th. You can't blame him after landing 3 of those. Eventually does go down to Woxic, who spams away with the Glock, but what a poor start here for Eternal Fire. They are down 3 players, and their initial plan has been completely stopped. Now it's on to Woxic to try and call their way to victory in this, but Chalsey's got the read. He's in the lower tunnels. Does it come down to the timing? Is he able to find a kill here? He's so close, and Woxic is there around the corner. Chelsea now down in towards lower tunnel, starts to run away. They're putting pressure on him, but he does get out of battle. And now come Eternal Fire in towards the B side. But so many CTs have arrived over here. They've got to hope that smoke towards door can help them out. But Plessin still comes in for 1. And that makes them confident to run into Woxic, who might just win it on his own. This would be incredible for the Ace. All 5 kills on the line for Woxic. And one of the best pistol plays we've seen so far this year. This could be it for Woxic. He goes back into the tunnel. 35 seconds left. He starts to try and figure out where Dezon is gone, and the heart rate must just be rising for both of these players. Dezon holds towards window, trying to get a tab on whether or not Woxic has repositioned, and in fact, they're about to meet each other head on. Woxic comes in, and he gets it done! 5 kills for one of the best of the pistol plays you'll see all year long. That is absolutely brilliant from Woxic.
Oh, it's so good. After they come back from long, after they get completely denied by Grux early, their plan B has to be the B-bomb site. And they have that smoke for door, so it gives them the opportunity to try and isolate the fight into window initially. Savage just decides, you know what, we've got numbers. We can just run into this position and take the fights. And now, with the ace in the pistol, Woxic even has money for an AWP into the follow-up, and he's still going. Woxic is fragging out.
Oh no, not like this. Woxic is showing up to a level we just haven't seen from him so far, but he gets caught. And that Deagle brings him down, and now that's an AWP into the hands of the CT side. Calyx in position, brings down the AWP. Gets caught though by Dezon. This is just relentless from the side of Savage, who have pulled themselves back into another winnable situation, but the problem is that bomb is down on B. So, I think at this point you might just want to save that AWP, Hawker.
I do love seeing the 480 ADR after the pistol round for Woxic. And it'll obviously come back down as the rounds go on. Still very impressive.
That was incredible.
Savage just thought that they had enough players that they could just all fight together. And you can't really blame them for thinking that against the Glock. You just assume, all right, if we just push him from all these positions, we'll probably get the kill. And I think Dezon did have a fair few chances, just couldn't land the shots needed. Very impressive from Woxic either way to get all those kills, and Eternal Fire off to a flyer of a start. Dezon saves that all. So, got to be careful of that though.
Yeah, that's the problem, right? You invested in the area with WP. Oh, you lost that. That's unfortunate, certainly so. But we'll see if that comes back to bite them here. Chelsea pulling that out early CT side. For Eternal Fire, their buy is pretty shoddy right now, but it's a good recovery round. See if they can get the AWP back in particular. But it's all about limiting the casualties here on the T side. You don't want to drop too many members if possible. Let that money breathe. Chelsea realizes if they are going to win this round, he has to be the player that does the heavy lifting. So he's going to be very mobile in terms of changing up his position, going to where the information is picked up. Eternal Fire starting to put pressure out towards long. Numbers walking their way this forward stance as Antares will be covered off by those double smokes into the CT cross, and Chelsea unable to find a position yet to deal with some of these plays. Maybe call for the boost, and they has just spotted the head of Centaurus. Will they be able to take the kill, though? Flash goes up to try and force the AWP away. Molotov as well, and Utility is bombarding them. I think Centaurus might have got a peek there up towards top ramp that allows them to go for that. Has to slow it right down here. The T side looking to get to the bomb side without losing players, but Hawker, they've started to lose them. That's the first gone, and the second now. Chelsea starting to make this AWP work, and this is what happens when you lose that AWP early.
Oh, flash through, but it blinds the teammates on the Savage side. The USP has come out on top, though. Grux gets a kill. I think that was a jumping shot. And now Woxic having to do what he can with the scout. Gets a second frag, but Calyx has it all to do.
Oh, Calyx really does, but it's just one for him, and that will be Savage. Taking a ridiculous round winner is that AWP that cost him 2 important kills on the initial attack into the site, weakens the post-plant defense for Eternal Fire. And that is a very good round to win here for Savage. And it shows that AWP being bought up early, that's the risky run with it unless you play safe with it. Sometimes Woxic can get himself in positions where he can get overrun.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. And even sitting passively with that AWP can just put you in good position. If the utility isn't good enough, you can just sit in a maybe slightly unexpected angle towards short. You can have good impact. And worst case scenario, Shorzy would have always had the chance to save the AWP because he was playing so passively, but instead gets a couple of early kills that lead to the round win. Really back and forth start here on Dust2. It's been a lot of fun so far in the early rounds. Both teams finally with pretty good buys across the board. Eternal Fire slightly worse for wear. Twist with those jump peaks has spotted out some players in lower tunnels. Was hoping that nade would do good damage, but hasn't landed onto Eternal Fire because they fell back. T's happy to just slowly take some standard map control. They should be gaining ground in towards short soon. Over towards long, though. Calyx has tried to take the fight. Chauzy will take that all day long.
Yeah, Chauzy's been pretty good so far. Eternal Fire looking to go in towards the short play, and Chauzy will be pressured. Flash ineffective, doesn't take Chauzy off the angle at all. In fact, allows him to pick onto Centaurus. They have to get the AWP blinded, and that's exactly what they've done this time around, but it's not for long. They haven't moved past, and his scope is waiting. It's waiting for another kill, and it certainly will get that. Luckily, Woxic pulls the kill back, but still 4 players stand for Savage to the 2 of Eternal Fire. Twist alive and down in the pit. Long plant comes through, so there's no post plant for the long play. And Chauzy, it is Woxic now starting to pick up the mantle of the AWP. He's on to Plessin. Woxic looking for another massive round here. Is he looking for another one? X-Floud helping him out, at least pulling the numbers back, but Woxic head now comes off his shoulders, and it's Dezen looking for the multi-kill, but he couldn't find it. He runs out of ammo, and now X-Floud so low in health, tries to pull off the clutch, but it's Dezon with the USP. They'll pull it through for Savage.
Nice retake from Savage. I like that Woxic realized he had to play proactively there in that post-plant scenario from the 2v4. You saw him throw the bomb back to his teammate because he realized that AWP needs to just try and look for long-range fights. And that's what he did successfully, getting that first kill into CT. Did a good job at finding that initial pick. But Savage had so many numbers up. They were up in the 4v2 at the start of that retake. So even after you get that one pick, still a lot of work to be done for Eternal Fire, which couldn't happen this time. And here comes some of that lower tunnels aggression. Now that Savage know there's no AWP on the side of the T's, they're happy to take that ground away from them. That means this mid play could be easily denied.
Oh, lovely from Twist. 2 kills now. Just cleans it up. Twist with a 4K. 3 rounds for Savage on the board as they take the lead. Eternal Fire win the pistol thanks to the heroics of Woxic, but from that point onwards, it has been a little hit or miss from them. And the money is allowing the buy, and the player I talked about really needing to show up here on Dust2 Hawker was Zantaras. Yet to post the kill again. Another slow start for him.
It really has all been Woxic for Eternal Fire so far. A couple of other kills on X-Cloud and Calyx, but that is it. Ooh. That is a nice shot early from Woxic, who continues to look for those fights down mid. lesson this time. That secondary AWPer taken down low early.
Oh man, it feels so good to watch Woxic having a great game again. It's been a little while since we've got to witness that, and you know, when Woxic shows up, he can be one of the most exciting players to watch.
Shout out to Calix for throwing that hinge smoke from T-spawn lineup. A really, really intricate one. You have to jump, throw from really far away.
Unfortunately, you guys will not be able to do that at home if you play matchmaking. 64 tick sucks.
Yeah, sorry about that. I do see pros miss that one occasionally, because you have to be
it's
very,
hard,
very
isn't
precise.
it?
Yeah, I think when it first came in, people would usually have a scope to make sure they were on the exact right spot. Players are a bit better at it now, but there's Antares, Dinko. You asked for him, ask and you shall receive. He's on the board with his first frag.
Yeah, that's good to see him finally getting a touch of the kills. And here goes X-Floud. Ooh, gets caught a little noisy, a little awkward in his position. That's removed. The tunnel's control for the T side, and that allows the focus fully for the defense on towards the door. And Moore coming in with his first kills of the rounds as well. That's 2 picked up for him, and that's drawn it back into the 2v2 that's opened up the B site for the plant. Now Eternal Fire lock themselves in for the post plant, and Chelsea alongside Dezen have to find their way back in. Together in tandem, they have so much utility to clear out all of these positions, and that might heat things up here for Eternal Fire. Smoke's going in, incendiaries, Molotovs all being thrown in towards the site. Imore underneath the window has given away his position. They know there's a player in tunnels, and they've dealt with a lower window player, so it's all on Calix. He's been fantastic in clutches so far. But up against Chelsea, he's going to run right into the scope, and he swings right into the headshot. Chelsea down, and around for Eternal Fire that they desperately needed.
A really cool way for Calix to try and just throw off the crosshair as much as possible. The awkward little jump around the corner to show the shoulder. And then I think Chauzy is thinking to himself, it's going to be that more shallow peak. But Calix just goes out fully wide, and it just gives you that extra half a second while the CT adjusts because you've flown out to the side so quickly. Here's that boost again. Got to be careful going up against this AWP of Woxic. Been good at landing these shots down mid, but this time Emor tries to go running in. He wasn't ready for Chauzy to still be in position, so it's the CT AWP that gets the early advantage this time round. There we go. Calix has got it again. Xantares can move up into short safely now.
Calix wears glasses, right?
I don't know, actually.
Pretty sure he does. He's got the big zoom bangers on his face, man. That's why he's able to do all these smokes.
Ooh.
Nice shot.
Dropped down, though. Stuck in CT with the AWP, so important that Twist is here on the hold, and the utility slows things down nicely.
Well, Calix doesn't wear glasses, all good. Oh, I'm a liar. I don't know why I would wear glasses. Well, Calix is down and out. Pleasant's been able to remove him. Chauzy able to find the follow-up, and now just Woxic 1 versus 5. Now, already has had an incredible clutch. Don't know if that'll be happening again here, Woxic, but I'm certainly here for it. We'll see how far he can take us down this little fantasy road. 25 seconds, Hulk. There's no road. It's all leading to Dezen. And the M4 looks to try and remove the AWP. Oh, the flank around from T-spawn. Woxic shot will land. So many players around him, and Woxic desperately trying to white-knuckle grip this AWP, and he will be taken down at least before the time there. Yeah. So at least get some money going into the next.
I was concerned they were just going to leave him to cower in the corner and kill him after time. But they are
he did wear glasses. There we go.
Okay, so I was gonna. There are some players that maybe just wear glasses while playing, or you know, some stuff like that. So you can never be sure if you just look at the HLTV pics.
No, I went back in time. Found him from the Faceit Major qualifier. There we go. He did wear glasses.
Oh, we don't know if he's wearing glasses today. Maybe we'll ask him.
Yeah. Yo, Calix. You wearing glasses? That'd be a great interview question, I think.
Yeah. Glasses, gang. Rise up.
Oh, do you remember when Space Soldiers had to play with their coach?
I do.
At the E-League Major, was it? Yeah, the E-League Major.
I think it was Hardstar was his name, right?
Yeah, Hardstar.
I don't think he's the coach for this team. I think it's Bishop, I believe is his name. Got a new coach in for the Turkish super team. Oh, the Twist just gets the molly kill onto Calyx too. Farming the frags. Oh, he heard that molly hit someone. Doesn't matter, his teammates are stealing all the kills.
It's not truly a Turkish super team if you don't have hardstyle playing, though, is it, Hawk? I mean,
True.
Absolute beast.
It was fun seeing him figure out exactly how he could get the most out of his own, let's say, lack of ability to play the game. Hey, he just played it in a unique way, where he would just fly in first with the Mac 10
Oh man, let me take a look at his readies for back then. It was fantastic. I mean,
he got some kills. Like, he wasn't getting like 0 kills every game.
Yeah.
Oh, here's the long play. We got the spawn, we got the fights, and we got Grooks here on the hole, but he's been blinded. The CT's looking for further action, but they may have to concede this at this point. They've lost that foothold on long. Eternal Fire gaining that early ground. And look at the response from Savage. Everyone rotated over to A.
And look
at
the response from Eternal Fire.
What was Hardstyle's numbers? What are we saying? What are we talking?
Like 0.59 already.
Okay.
Against Renegades. Overtime game, I think. Wasn't great.
Did they win any games?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Against Complexity, 0.55 rating.
Oh, that's not a jump throw lineup for the Hinge Smoke. So that one you can actually do on 64 tick, I assume.
And against Rogue, against Valorant players, 0.22 rating. So, well, unfortunate.
Oh, the A site's open here.
Yeah, this is easy for Eternal Fire. So yeah, this is free low. Like anybody who comes up against us on Face It Hog, you know, or any pug service like ESL, right? It's just like instant free low.
I don't know, man. I was actually I have been losing elo lately, so I was gonna try and be proud of myself.
Defend yourself.
I can't really. Yeah.
Unlucky, man.
Unlucky.
What am I? I'm on a win streak? I don't even know. I've been playing matchmaking, Hulk. That's how much I hit myself right now.
Oh man.
Matchmaking.
I'm on a 2-loss streak on Face It.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty good.
Let me see where I'm at.
Drum roll, please.
All right, I lost my last game. Yeah. That's it. 16-5, I lost it, but I was on a 2-win streak.
It happens. Look, Eternal Fire lost their last map, and they're going to be bouncing back if they keep on playing like this. So
yeah, Eternal Fire looking good. I mean, this is very good from them. And Savage, they've kept up, I think, in the early rounds, and just stopping Voxic from going Super Saiyan. So that's pretty good. But he's 14-7. Still hard carrying, of course.
Yeah, you look at the rest of the numbers of his team. You start to call for assistance. Gondor calls for aid.
Voxic is Gandalf at the Battle of Helm's Deep.
Exactly.
He's the White Wizard. Come back.
And he's got his wizard staff out. Oh.
Big old staff.
Big old
slapping
staff.
them with it.
Boom. He's got it out in this round too. No long control this time for Eternal Fire. Will be the slower, more standard round. The nice thing about throwing this hinge smoke from far away is you can't get that ridiculous wallbang shot. Chauzy nearly went for it, you know. If he still got the wallbang shot, despite there not being a player underhanding the smoke, that would have been pretty crazy. Here is Xantares, though. A quiet game so far for him. Would be nice for him to get a couple more entries for the squad, but it's the AWP of Chauzy on the other side. Won't be an easy fight for the Rifles. Ooh, that's such a tight angle. Hard to hit that one. Still so much utility left for Eternal Fire. They could do this execute 2 times over if they wanted to.
Yeah, it's going to be easy just to do this, but also you have utility for post-plant. If you can take down the defensive players inside of the site, Chauzy out of play. Or should I say Xantares out of play because of Chauzy's AWP and more. Able to trade him out at least. Bomb does go down, being planted and locked in here for Eternal Fire, but they are a player down. This is where that extra utility might help them out a little bit, but not much left anymore. In fact, nothing available to the Eternal Fire side, as here comes the retake attempt from Savage. They start to come up the ramparts in towards the A site. And Moore's going to play from on top of the bomb, and out to the left he gets caught by Dezen. Just leaving Woxic and xCloud to try and pull this one out. Again, it is Woxic coming in with a pick from CT spawn. He's being held off, so it really is on his teammate to try and get around and stop the defuse from coming through. And xCloud got the shot off, and now it is all onto Twist versus Woxic. The headshot's there for the Swede, but is there time? He's going to hold it for the defuse, and no time. Blows away, and the one bullet connecting from xCloud is enough to give them the round win.
Oh, you wonder whether Twist could just stick the bomb in that scenario. You know that Woxic's stuck in spawn. It's going to have to be the jump shot. It's going to be so close range, though, is the thing, that it is somewhat likely that it might just land at that point. So doesn't feel confident sticking the bomb. He did realize
also was 20 HP.
Yeah. I feel like Woxic might just go with the AWP, though. I don't know. I don't know
I don't know if that info gets passed on in all that chaos. Yeah, for sure.
Would have been hard to figure out.
Don't jump with a Glock.
Yeah. Well, either way, another close round. And a close game so far. Chawsey only hits the leg shot, but he actually pulls the USP out. Flicks back across. Santares' struggles continue.
Whoa. Lovely pick from Grox. Dez able to follow up with it as well. Savage currently with a 3-man advantage. This round's basically done. Eternal Fire. They have got Woxic still alive, so maybe... Never mind, it's done. It's all anymore. He's stuck alone at a 1 versus 5. He can jump down in towards CT. At this point, it's all about doing as much damage as you can to the CT economy. It's not in a great spot right now. And not a single kill, so good recovery round there for Savage, just for their economy. But Hawker, you know, as much as we are enjoying this Woxic performance, we would like someone else to do something. That would be fantastic.
Yeah, that would be ideal. I'm going to say, even though Woxic has had the really flashy start to the game and he is top of the board, Chawsey has slowly just been putting up the numbers with the AWP over on the CT side too. And if you take out the ace from Woxic on the pistol, you know, in the gun rounds, Chawsey has been pretty much keeping up with Woxic in terms of output, which is impressive. He's got 4 opening duels too, Chawsey. He's been getting some of these early kills to get them into the advantageous positions. In this round, they shouldn't even need an early kill, really. They should be fine whatever happens. Oh dear, Pleasant could have been in trouble. The missed shot, but he's fine. Crooks was there to make sure he's okay. Oh, Woxic just caught that nade. If only it were baseball. Wanted to call Savage out. They're not out, though. They're going to be holding this A side of the map pretty comfortably.
Twist. Oh, it's a home run!
It's only a triple, Dinko. That's not a home run. Out of the park.
Remember Wii Sports baseball?
Yeah, that's what I think of when I think of baseball. Because
yeah,
I'm going to be honest, watching
else.
baseball, I do not. That's not me.
It's a insomnia cure, really. Baseball cards, that's about it. It's like, I hear about that more than I hear about real baseball.
Oh, man.
Here
comes the long play.
That was the shit. That was good.
Eternal Fire was successful with this earlier. So they're going back to the long play, and Zantares is so far up. Gotta be careful here, Savage.
Oh, Zantares, there we go. Doubles his kills in that one. Twist able to come out with the pick as well. So the CT side, yeah, they lose the first player, but right now able to hold on to it in Chawsey. He's just swinging out to help the rifle to get back into position. Twist will thank him for that and send him back up on his site. On the perch for the AWP position. T still committed fully towards long, no one dropping back, so it seems like it still will be this A attempt, and could certainly work out with Savage's current setup. They're nowhere near this A site. There's one player there playing from short. That just so happens to be the best performing player of Chawsey. See if he can do anything about this. Double smoke. Let's call for the rotation back already.
Yeah, Savage getting into position. Oh, the boost gives the elevated angle.
Oh.
Chawsey wants this fight.
Oh, look at that nade. That's huge as well. Damage down onto Eternal Fire up into the A-ramp play. They've committed in towards the site. CT side held back for short from this retake, and Blessing is burnt away and more. Bomb's not even down yet, Hawker. Look at the position of Twist. Oh, Chauncey goes down. Lovely shot from Calix, but you still have to be aware of the rifler. And Twist comes through. One pick for him, and X-Floud is in with a headshot. Grux comes in for a pick, and it's all on Woxic. Another clutch needed out of this man. We'll see if he can continue to carry his team through. Really has been the Woxic show so far. And misses the bomb plant. A lot of damage being done onto him. He's 43 HP. Twist. Big flash it up towards the site, but he's taken down Grux. And now because of that drop from Twist, he knows exactly where he is. Woxic hones in on his prey. Just one bullet is enough to drop Twist out of the round. And Woxic is looking for it. The body shot is enough as Woxic is... Oh, he's so close! But Twist plays it to perfection. This time will best Woxic in the 1v1. And it will be the 8th round for Savage.
Twist stepping up with 15 frags now. Normally one of the lower rated players on this Savage squad as the in-game leader for the team. This time round, though, he's putting in the performance fragging-wise too. I love that he threw his pistol towards the site to try and run distraction. That's the kind of thing you do when you are just feeling really confident and you just feel like you can just make those free, fun plays, some free-flowing Counter-Strike. It's an 8-5 lead for Savage, and it is an Eternal Fire roster that are being somewhat extinguished right now, in all honesty. They need some oxygen. Need to get that fire back to life. Maybe they can throw some fuel onto the fire in this round, Dinko, with potential B play. This B site hasn't really been tested too much so far.
Oh, look at that damage being done. Grux in with a double kill, Plessin as well. And yeah, it hasn't been tested. But certainly passed this test, that's for sure. Just one player, Woxic, gets taken down. I think you can see where they have been hitting a lot, and it is the A site. You can tell that by just looking at who the A players are. Plessin and Cholsey. Oh, sorry, Twist and Cholsey, right? You look at the kill count they've got right now. It's a little story about a potential A play being a common theme here for Eternal Fire. Timeout coming through for Savage.
I mean, hey, they got the 10-5 half over on Inferno and converted it into the map win. So maybe they're just making 100% sure, Dinko. They want the 10-5 again, because then they can say, hey, we have history. We've won from this score before. Just want to point out, Chauzy, 6-0 in opening duels right now on this map. That's actually a couple of rounds behind, too. So that might even be updated further. Actually, no, it won't be, because he hasn't got a kill since then. But still.
That's pretty sick. Yeah, it's been good so far. It has been a real battle of the AWPers.
Man, look at the ADR numbers for Eternal Fire. Like, I'm actually not sure if all of the Eternal Fire players added together have the same amount of damage done as Woxic. It's genuinely that sort of scenario. Yeah, I could do.
It's kind of wild.
I need those ADR numbers back up again. Once they come back up again, I'll try and do some quick mental math.
On street.
I should say maths. I'm not American. Math. A-Long's open right now. This is a setup Savage have been happy to go for before. Look at the tunnels aggression, though. X-Floud could be choked in right now. Oh, good kill on the turnaround, but surely he's screwed. Finally, Plessin trades. Elsewhere, they haven't even conceded the A site. They're still fighting for this. Oh, beautifully done by Dazon. Double kill from the site. Make it a third. Deagle shot to close it. Savage playing out of their skin right now. We'll see if they can keep it up heading into the second half.
Am I wasting time? 'Cause I'm already gone. So long. Can you stay the night? 'Cause you're the thing I want. I know you're feeling different when you're stressed out. But even with no makeup, you still stand out. 'Cause no one makes me feel the way you do now. Like you do now. The way that you move your body, you make it look like a hobby. touch me, it's electricity. Things we discovered underneath last night's covers. Everything came so easy. It's electric.
Looking for some early fights in towards mid. Woxic currently leading the charge. Xantares also looking into lower tunnels. Savage, however, have turned their attention over towards A long. And right now, that is wide open. And they have the 2 smokes for the cross, which could allow them an easy bomb plant here if they commit to this early in the round. They're still taking their time, though, and then Xantares is getting back into position. He finally spots out those T's up towards long. And now Savage have to be aware of the flank because Calyx is in behind them. Only 1 kill able to come through. But Savage might second-guess themselves now. They're not entirely sure if they've just been completely read because of that aggression. So they're slowing things down in this 4v4. But it looks like they are eventually going to commit into this A side of the map. Woxic still looking for more info in towards short, but he's about to hear the smokes to the site. That's drawing his attention away, and Plessin was sneaking in, but Woxic turns around for the important frag, and there's a massive gap in the smokes. That's devastating for them on the cross.
Yeah, that's going to allow massive opportunities to come in for the CT side for picks, and Desmond and Chauzy, they have to try and at least put that bomb down. 2 versus 3, still certainly a winnable pistol round here, and more starts to slip his way towards the ramp, and oh, there's a player at the other side. Chauzy about to drop his attention down into Amor's head. The other 2 CTs are currently occupied themselves about coming around long. They've repositioned and coming out the long fight. Chauzy looks back, and he gets the pick alongside Dezen. 11 rounds secured for Savage. The pistol goes their way.
A well-played pistol, even though they were flanked initially in towards long. They didn't overthink things. They didn't second-guess themselves. They commit into the A site, and even if there was a mistake with the utility, they're still able to use it to cross effectively enough and get it into a scenario where it's just a 2v2, and they land their shots at the end of the round. And back in that first half, Dinko, Eternal Fire won the pistol round and still only got 5 rounds. Remember, it was that Woxic ace that got them off to that good start. In the gun rounds, it was really heavily against them. And now that they've lost this second half pistol, I don't know, it's a little concerning for them, Dinko.
Oh, it's very concerning for them. I think Savage looking like the better side at the moment. Overall, I mean, I don't think that's very difficult to see on average. I mean, look, 3 kills for Amor, 4 for Floud, Calyx and 6.
Another hot take coming in from Dinko.
Yeah, like Xantares on 3 kills. I mean, this is so easy to see how one-sided it has been. I think Savage has been a far better team on average.
We can do the ADR maths now, Dinko, and we can see that
go ahead.
The team just have slightly more damage done than Woxic. I mean, if you just count it by kills, Woxic has more kills than the rest of his teammates put together. So that's not great. I mean, actually, Woxic has genuinely got more kills in that one round where he aced than 3 of his teammates, which is never a good sign.
No. It's not been great, and it is a little strange, honestly, to see this happening. Because we've seen earlier today, everybody was kind of showing up. Zentara is dropping 30 nearly on his Inferno games. Like, it was really good from Eternal Fire. It's a little strange to see them drop off so much. Maybe just around win here or there can maybe spur them back into play, because we've seen them start to pull the comeback on Inferno after a slow start. So we know they certainly can pull these performances back, but Savage have given themselves a great buffer winning that pistol and winning so many rounds in that first half. If they win this round, which they should, it's going to be the full investment for Eternal Fire. They're going to be down to an eco in the next. This is 2 more rounds in for Savage. That's going to be 13 on the board already picked up. So we are looking at a pretty strong showing right now for Savage on Dust2, and that'll only put them a couple away just from taking this win. This is starting to look very worrying for Eternal Fire, and they've got to somehow just completely change how they've been playing going into this one. But a little match medic reset. It's actually given Eternal Fire a better B spawn, and then a back to the old spawn.
Yeah, you think back as well to Eternal Fire being a squad where you kind of think of them as being a very skilled squad. I would expect them to have some success in rounds like these, where they have pistols and the scouts, but they haven't really done too well in many of these rounds that I can remember, Dinko. I don't really remember them having many round wins with the Deegs or the Scouts. And this is a scenario where they're kind of just relying on that to try and get them back into the game.
Yeah, I think this Eternal Fire side struggle with a little bit of inconsistency, to be honest. You know, you look at their online results, and I think that reads true. I mean, they win against some fantastic teams, and they lose against some teams they should not be losing to. And it happens with quite a bit of consistency in terms of those losses coming through. So, yeah.
Consistently inconsistent.
Yeah, that's literally amazing. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Consistently inconsistent.
I mean, when Woxic took over as in-game leader, they actually went on a 7-win streak, including wins over Virtus Pro, Ecstatic, Entropic, some pretty impressive wins in there. But you're right.
That Entropic one, to be fair, happened after Entropic had played 2 best of 3s in the day, and then they went back to the hotel and had to play for the practice facility, but still an impressive win.
Yeah, still a good win, but since then, you're right, it's been much more inconsistent. You know, losses against Endpoint and LDLC, I was pointing out, recent losses against Dignitas and Gamer Legion, some teams you might expect them to beat. They're doing okay in this round. The lineup was almost there, but not enough. Savage get themselves onto the A side of the map, and xFloud has a really hard clutch. He has a nade, though. That could actually make a good bit of difference here if he could get that way in, but he's been smoked off, Dinko.
He certainly has, and he's going to try and wrap around long instead, and xFloud plays the position with the Deagle. He's got the scout in hand as well, so if he does get out long, he might be able to challenge onto a player like Grux. But again, it's not really looking for the round win here, more so just taking as much damage on the way out this time is already too far gone for xFloud to really have a say in it. Galil available down below him, he could pick that up in fact, and not bad at all. Saving that on over. And that is going to be 12 rounds now for Savage, as predicted. And we should expect 13 here on the board for Savage, given the fact that Eternal Fire have not really got much money at all.
Timeout taken by Savage ahead of what should be a comfortable round for them. Elsewhere, we have got plenty of other CS action going on. Double Pony in their upper bracket game won the first map against Sprout. It looks like Sprout are looking to bounce back, currently leading on the second map. It's those lower bracket games that could be pretty brutal, though. It looks like Ecstatic are about to be eliminated from the qualifier. One of the teams we were thinking were favored to make it far, currently down against Sinners pretty heavily, having already lost the first map.
And obviously other big title matches, such as Aura versus Young Ninjas and the Svenska Elite Syrian as well. You know, plenty of Counter-Strike going on, Orca, and something to do with Intel Extreme Masters or something like that. So
what's that? Never heard of it.
Yeah, something like that.
This is where the real CS is at.
Yeah. This is it. This is where you want to be. This is the peak. ESL Challenger. But we're here at the moment with the Mac 10 down in the lower tunnel of Twist. And it looks like the B play is about to be hit straight up here. xFloud is playing alongside Zentares in a crossfire situation. We're going to see if they can bring down a couple of these Ts. And in fact, it's going to be the bit of switch that allows Zentares to walk away with a little bit of damage. Should have been a kill, but he gets one pick. And before it goes down, and now Woxic and Calyx, well, not much they can do here. It's going to be 13 rounds for Savage. As expected, it's now 3 rounds away from victory in the series. And they'll be moving forward even further into this qualifier hall. What an incredible run. And day one this has been for Savage.
And long may it continue. I mean, a lot of people have been discussing Swedish CS as a whole recently, Dinko, because I think some people have been disappointed with NIP. They've had some of their young players come into the squad. Some people were maybe saying there aren't the talent that could really step up to the top level. But I think we're seeing that there are some Swedish players who potentially in the future could be able to step up to that top level of play. I mean, I look at Gamer Legion. They've been having some pretty decent results recently with some Swedish players in there. Now we've got this Savage team, a full Swedish squad doing well for themselves.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is with Sweden is you always have these exciting players. I mean, Plopsky and Hampus were exactly those exciting players, right? Plopsky kind of hasn't really been there for a long time. It's like when you make that jump up, it is such a big transition that there's so many details of your game that you don't really notice during this tier 2 level that really become a problem when you go up to the tier 1. And whether it's inside the server, outside the server. You know, it's just, there's a lot of extra pieces that get added in when it comes to going that next step. And I think Sweden have struggled at transitioning the players from this tier 2 level, who are clearly very talented, into being able to compete consistently at the top.
Yeah, that's why I'm hoping having Twist on this team could help them with that somewhat. Because he is someone who has been there, played in some of the top teams, kind of understands what it is like to play at that top level where you just cannot afford to make any mistakes. You know, they've got a bit of experience on this Savage squad. There's some players who have had some chances in the past and are now looking to use some of that experience they've gained. Need to see some life from Eternal Fire here, though. Flash into mid, unsuccessful. Nice shot from Woxic. That's more like it for the CTs, but Twist has snuck up on Xantares, and now they may look to explode onto this A-bomb site.
Oh, a little headshot for Twist, the second in as well. And Eternal Fire are in a nightmare situation now. And Mornex Floud are nowhere to be seen. It's 14 rounds for Savage. And what a beast Twist has been so far. 19 kills. Yes, leads the way in experience and calling the team, but also leading the way in the kill count as he overtakes Chowsy.
Are we sure this isn't Twists on the server, Dingo? God damn. The taps, the headshots.
This is so good. So good.
Yeah, what a game from Twist. And what a resurgence we're seeing from him in his career. I'm loving it.
That's certainly fantastic to see. I mean, Twist did have options for, reportedly did have options in his career before transitioning into the likes of the NIP side, but never really wanted to, is the sort of narrative around that, and felt comfortable playing around this level. And I think this is where a lot of players would enjoy the game. You know, when you go to the top, it's a life source, really, that you have to just keep finding energy to keep going, because it is such a tough battle to stay ahead and stay in the game. And Twist was mentioning how he did fall behind the meta a little bit. Maybe going back down to this level is where he feels more comfortable.
Yeah, he was saying he wasn't really helping Chawsey with the AWPing much, because he actually doesn't really think he's up to date on exactly everything that's going on in the AWPing sense and the angles you have to take. He's just leaving Chawsey to do that himself. And Chawsey's been doing a pretty solid job at it so far, gotta say. Feels like he's always picking the right sorts of spots and positions.
There's one Swedish player I'd love to see more of, Holka. The one who knocks.
Yeah, I was about to bring up Nork too, because when we were talking about the Swedish teams earlier, I was thinking to myself, well, there is a very talented Swedish player who should be on a team.
Yeah, that's a problem. Where I think Denmark do this very well, where, you know, you get kicked from your big team, you just straight away go down and play in another one. Like, Knock, I think a lot of people are forgetting about him, and that's a problem.
Especially at this sort of level. He could be a real star. Look at that flash from Chawsey. Pleasant set up for success. Everything looking lovely from Savage. Another solid flash forces Xantares away, and they've got the smokes ready for the cross.
Next, Cloudy Moore and Xantares looking for the peaks on out, but Savage just bringing them down. Dezon removes the head of Xantares. It's just X-Floud and Moore.
Let's just help them with the smoke.
You're welcome. They're
got another one.
This is the only play they can go with. Let's see if it works out. Ooh, might have a chance here. X-Floud in position, loses his foundation, and the tower will topple 15-5. 1 round away, and Savage have got it. This is a truly uninspired performance from Eternal Fire.
Looking dire for Eternal Fire. Looking comprehensive, honestly, for Savage, though. A really solid victory. Just no question marks so far throughout this whole series. Eternal Fire buying whatever the hell they can. An auto shotgun in there, an MP9. That's when you know you're getting into desperate times on Dust2, and Chawsey spots that fight down mid, takes a shot from the scout, but replies. There's that auto shot. He almost doing enough, but Grux was ready. 3 more kills required to confirm the 2-0.
Yeah, this is systematic destruction. The Savage system removing Eternal Fire from this best of 3. If they can take 3 more kills. There's 1 of the 3. Chawsey brings Xantares out of the round. If this closes now, he will finish 4-19
Kills are so quick, too. Every single player has been so sharp for Savage. And now the B site is completely open.
X-Cloud is scout.
watching.
And 17 HP Hawker, though. This is
Eesh.
not the resistance you would love to see. He's going to peek on up. And he actually takes more damage, somehow stays alive. And eventually, that is how he will go. Calyx, he will try, but it's a 1 versus 5. He's found 1, plus in the first player down. Calyx looks for another. They've just smoked him off. Look at this. Savage just wanting to confirm the win here. No problems. Flash is going through. Calyx will be taken down. And 16-5, the final scoreline on Dust2. It is Savage who take the series 2-0 over Eternal Fire. Disappointing here from the Eternal Fire side, but focusing on the positives, Savage looked fantastic.
Yeah, just a stunning showing from Savage here. Something we would not expect.